Chapter 7.2, Day 0. It's an introduction what you have already learned in the past. Example number 1 for that is divide 5x minus 1 divided by x minus 2. At each stage, divide the term with the highest power in what is left of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. This gives the next term of the quotient. So let me remind you what we used to do when we used to divide. So if you have 12 and you divide with any number, let's say is 3, you divide it and you got remainder 0. If you have a division of, let's say, 13 and you divide it with 3, so you divide this and you got remainder as 1. So this is how we used to divide. We need to know each particular one. What is the 4? So 4 is, what is 4? So I'm going to write down here what is 4. So if you remember, that's good. Otherwise, we're going to now recall that. This is going to be a quotient. This is going to be a divisor. So this is going to be a divisor. And then 1 on the bottom is remainder. So the number on the top is called quotient. The number that divides is called divisor. The number that is left off on the bottom is called remainder, and the number that is being divided is called dividend. So all of them have their names. So now we are going to come to our actual question. Actual question is divide 5x minus 1 by x minus 2. So this is my actual question. How we do that? So this is my 5x minus 2. And you're going to divide with x minus 2. Step number 1 is that you're going to divide the 5x by the first term. So divide the first term by first term and see what you get. So 5x divided by x, and you're left with 5. Multiply the divisor by whatever you got here, multiply it by 5. The divisor, remember, the divisor is this. So multiply the divisor by x minus 2. What you got here is 5x minus 10. So ultimately, you're going to multiply something with the first term and see if you get the exact sum number as the first number. So 5x, you want to get 5x. What do you multiply here? To get 5x is 5. So you multiply this 5 times x minus 2, and what you get is right underneath 5x minus 10. 5 times x minus 2. Write it underneath 5x minus 10, and then you're going to subtract. In order to subtract, you're going to change the sign. So change the sign. So this positive become negative and negative become positive. 5x and negative 5x cancel. Positive 10 minus 8 is, positive 10 minus 2 is 8. And that's going to be the remainder. So whenever you divide something, you try to make this number same as this number. If this is not the same number, then you try to make this as close as possible and subtract here and get 1. Same thing here. You try to get the same number as this one. In order to get the 5x, you need to multiply this by 5. And after you got something here on the bottom, then you subtract. Remember, you subtract the 12. So you always subtract the number that is on the bottom. Whatever you left with is 8, and it's the remainder. You have to keep repeating this process if you do not have a number, if you do have a number that can be divided further. In this case, we cannot divide it anymore. The formula that we use for this one is, please change the number on the top as 5x minus 2 because I did the whole question by 5x minus 2. And the formula we're going to use is dividend over divisor equals remainder over divisor plus quotient. So what is remainder? Remainder is 8. Divisor is x minus 2 plus quotient. Quotient is 5. That is the answer of the dividend divided by divisor. So dividend was 5x minus 2 over x minus 2. So when you divide 5x minus 2 divided by x minus 2, then you're going to get is remainder over divisor plus quotient. So again, dividend, divisor, so dividend divided by divisor, that is this expression, equals remainder over divisor plus quotient. So our dividend is going to be 6 plus 1. Our divisor is going to be 2x minus 4. You're going to decide what you need to multiply here to get 6x as a first term. You can do this by a step. You can decide doing it by a step, or you can have a logical thinking. What do I multiply with 2x to get 6x? That is going to be 3. Or you can find it through the step here where you're going to multiply the 6x by 2x, and you can tell that it's going to be 3. Either way, so when you multiply 3 with this factor, you're going to get here is 3 times 2x is 6x, 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Now you're going to subtract. So you're going to subtract and change the sign. When you subtract, you change the sign. 6x and negative 6x cancel. Positive 12 plus 1 is 13. Now you're going to apply the formula. Remainder over divisor plus quotient, and that's your answer when you divide 6x plus 1 by 2x minus 4. So let's do this one again. That is dividend on the top, and this is going to be divisor. So your dividing is 5x minus 2 by x minus 7. X minus 7. Either you use your logical thinking that what goes here on the top when you multiply the first number and get the 5x, or you can do this as a step number 1. Divide the first term by first term and then see what that number should be. This is 5. So 5 times x minus 7. Write it underneath here. It's going to be 5x. 5x times 5 times 7 would be negative 35. Change the sign. when you change the sign, you got here is positive 35 minus 2, and that's going to be 33. And this is going to be your remainder. So the answer is remainder over divisor plus quotient. That's what you get when you divide 5x minus 2 by x minus 7. For letter B, you're going to have the 5x plus 1, x minus 4. What you need to multiply this is by 5, and got here is 5x minus 20. Change the sign, and got here is 21. So your answer is remainder over divisor plus quotient, and that's going to be your answer when you divide 5x plus 1 by x minus 4. For letter C, you're going to divide negative 3x plus 2 by x plus 1. You need negative 3x, so it means that you're going to multiply. So you decide to multiply with negative 3. When you multiply this by negative 3, you got here is negative 3x minus 3, and then you're going to change the sign. This is positive and this is positive. 3 and negative 3x cancel. You got here is 5 as a remainder. Your answer is 5 remainder over divisor plus quotient. For letter D, you're dividing the 5x minus 6 by x plus 3. What number you choose to multiply to get 5x is 5. You got here is 5x plus 15. Change the signs. So you got the sign change here. 5x and negative 5x cancel. Negative 21 is your remainder. So your answer is negative 21 divided by x plus 3 plus quotient, and that's equal to what you're dividing is 5x minus 6 divided by x plus 3 is negative 21 over x plus 3 plus 5. Letter E, we are dividing 7x plus 3 by x minus 7, and you're going to decide to divide it or choose the number 7. When you multiply it with x minus 7, you got here is 7x minus 49. Change the signs. This is cancel, 7x negative 7x, and 49 plus 3 is 52, and you got here is remainder over divisor plus quotient. Dividing negative 7x plus 4 by x plus 1, you're going to multiply it by negative 7, and you got here is negative 7x minus 7. Change the signs, plus, and this is plus. You cancel 7x and negative 7x. You got here is 11 as remainder. So your answer is remainder over divisor plus quotient.